Es un millón, no. Es un millón, no. Gotta keep them pockets greased up, can't slip. Gotta get my mama's new whip, new crib. Tell your shawty listen from the city, from the sticks. And no matter where I throw it, yeah, she know it's gon' stick. Shawty isn't mean no good. Shawty isn't mean no yeah. Es un millón, no. Es un millón, no. Es un millón, no. Es un millón, no. Heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. That she want a Louis and a VV. Riding on the CG. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie, all that shit is bleeding me dry, I don't want your piece in the West, hold it down for me, these I like bitches all the time. These days I ain't even gon' lie, don't let me down. I've been throwing these hundreds on a dime. Spent 7 on that ring, no wedding vows. All that smoking made me tired. 22's a call it Tyra and Mariah. Talk about my lows and all my highs. Been trying to see the light, this shit is quiet. All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie, all that shit is bleeding me dry, I don't want your piece in the West, Roll on in your CG. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. That she want a Louis and a VV. Riding on the CG. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. Yeah. They ain't never get it with a dog like me. How we got cheddar singing dog right me. Gotta keep it settled, gotta keep it low key. Money like me, money like me. Bitch, I'm in the city with a cocaine. How they talking money when the money don't speak? Money in Geneva like it came from the street. Shawty in Vienna, gotta get it with me. Shawty know, gotta know, only know I'm like that. Set, straight back to the crib, switch cars, I'm right back. Left, and you know that it can't. I didn't go really left. No, when I move, when you left, yeah. Shawty won't slide, tryna know me. I can never get it too close, me. Cause she heard I got it on me, yeah. Couldn't pull it up like me, shit. Now she tryna load my phone, shit, I'm in the booth going ghost, Now they heard I got it on me, yeah. Now they hear I got it on me, yeah.
Fresh out the scene, bitch on the best out the scene. Bulletproof if you know what I mean. Lately I just been questioning things. How you wanna stay with me for nights? Baby, I just wanna treat you right. Yeah, I'm thinking late through the night. And baby, you can stay if you like. Ain't no stress in this stretch legs. Baby, no, I'm different. Hit my text when you downstairs. You know that I'm different than your ex. Stress less. That's my problem now. You got me thinking about you every time I'm not
Shawty
around.
won't slide, tryna know me. I can never get it too close, me. Cause she heard I got it on me, yeah. Couldn't pull it up like me, shit. Now she tryna load my phone, shit, I'm in the booth going ghost, Now they heard I got it on me, yeah. Now they hear I got it on me, yeah.
Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube. Okay, let's see what we got. So, obviously, the Nvidia news hit after hours, huge boost up, and then now we have a sell-off, which is not out of the ordinary, pretty normal. But I do think there's going to be a lot of traps set today, and you know what? We made good money yesterday. I don't want to give that up. So The goal here is to preserve the capital, and we'll see what happens. We're looking to see if we're getting the continuation, right, like that sell off. But I don't know. I just not getting a good feeling from today. But we'll see. So hint number one, this pink broke, which, you know, I usually tell you to ignore these pre-market algos, but we'll see how far this digs down. If you want to jump in on this, that's on you. Kind of wish I did, but I'll be fine. Okay, so big sell-off. I think there was some news that came out overnight which is causing the dump. Oh man. Now I got, oh my goodness, FOMO. Jeez. FOMO's real. Let's see how far it digs. Or we'll just wait for the next right? The next something like that. Oh man. I said I was going to use VWAP today. See how it rejected right under VWAP. Okay. That's fine. See if we get a pullback here. Yeah, I had a feeling today was going to be violent like this. I'm if I see a good setup, maybe, but I got to see how the algos, if they respect the algorithms today. I'm mainly worried about the engulfing candles, right? To have like one candle this big, the next candle this big, and then stop you out, even if you have, and then just to continue on, you know? That's mainly what I'm concerned about. I think, yeah, as far as trading goes, I'll probably sit out today. Not every day is a trading day. See, if this turns into a big red candle, then that'll be an example of what I'm talking about.
I forget where the kid came from, but I guess they did amnesia. All the time when I'm making this shit look. Shawty want signs up, 10 on my side and 10 on my side of Libra. They come around, don't talk like that, don't come right back, they reaching. I forget where the kid came from, but I guess they did amnesia. All the time when I'm making this shit.
Let's see if we get back up, back inside this pink. Even though I don't really like using it. Sometimes it works. So for example, let's say you want to go long right now. Let's say you want to buy a call right now. Your stop is going to have to be like 50% of your contract. And we don't have enough data to know where our targets would be to know if we can even make money off that. So since that's the only thing I can think right now, I need more data. They're not giving me anything right now. Yeah, I think they're gonna set a lot of traps today. It's gonna be one of those days where you buy a put and let it sit all day, or buy a call, let it sit all day. And that's like, you know, that at that point, that's just gambling. A lot of indecision candles right here. So we had a strong push down, which would be continuation from the pre-market. Indecision. This is an engulfing. Yeah, this is an engulfing candle right here. So we have an engulfing candle here, but then we have indecision candles here with wicks on the top, right? So these are two opposite. These are telling us two different stories right here. Well, I think it's important to maybe not trade today, but it's important to experience how the market reacts, to know what the candles look like, to see how it whips back and forth, things like that, so you know what you're comfortable with. Because me personally, I'm not. Yeah, like sure, I did that, but still, I wasn't. There's no fuzzy feeling. You don't have to. Every day is not a trading day, and I think this is probably for me today is not the day for it. I'm just worried about not having my stops proper and then having it stop me out for no reason. I think at least we need to let the early morning volatility burn off, and then we should get some better idea. Well, I think that you forgot, but what you saw in me. Caught a love, but please don't be the one who got away. Just the humming, talking when I come and humming. Hate the fact that we ain't spoken in some weeks. Blood on hands, but we just rinse it and repeat. Let's speak a language that we both know how to read. See, baby, all the time, I'm on it.
come on it, now I'm on my way. Let me get some money, now I'm on my way. You don't gotta say for me, I'm in my way. I'm on my way, yeah. I learned to cope.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. See, that you can't like trade in this. You can't trade in this. And if you didn't jump in the first 1-2 minutes, then you're getting chopped up in here. Unless you somehow know the future, you know exactly what's gonna happen.
If loving you would make me crazy, girl, then giving up on you would make a psychopath. I'm on my way, I wait out back.
I want to say we're testing to see if this is going to be break or purple today, but we just need more data. Let's let the early morning volatility burn off, and then we'll have a better idea. This is exactly what I was worried about happening. Stuff like this.
Shawty, is she worried if I might show? Damn, it's hard to care for a side though. Out here with my mans in a night show. Drinking party, yeah, we keep the lights low. I'm in my mind all the way. Ice cold, what a nigga gotta say now. Sipping any, we be mobbing through the night, oh yeah. Moving like we trapping out of Vando. I need.
You see what I'm talking about now? This is what I'm talking about. You can't trade in this. I think blue might be okay. Break a blue for the up might be okay, but this purple's still sketchy. Not every day is a trading day. This might be it today. But we made money yesterday, so take your money and move on with your life. We're testing to see if it's break or purple. I'm not even a fan of this purple, so alright, so if it's gonna grab liquidity from 590 and head back up, we want to look for something like that. Break the blue. That's what we want to look for. If it's gonna be liquidity grab to continue up. Let me clean up this chart. Premiums are a little elevated today. They seem a little bit high. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of this purple.
I don't need nobody for the day. I just need somebody for the night. Been there and I never been the same. Been there but I'm not the one to blame. I just need somebody for the night. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't need you no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really feel no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really care no more. Shawty wanna use me up. Yeah. Ay, run it over, I'm mobbing. None of y'all niggas they bothering.
At this point, the only thing reasonable would be like that, and like that. Break the blue for the up. But I still think we need more time. So if you took this bolt, you're in profit. Congratulations. Good profit. You just gotta hold on for dear life during all this stuff. I'm gonna clean up the chart just a bit. So to recap, the down scenario was the bolt down, right? Your up scenario would be the inverse head and shoulders. So those are the setups. Let's see how far this sell-off digs down to. I think I'm gonna adjust this. Let me see. All right, so I wish this purple was just better defined. I'm not a fan of all the wicks. Everything's a wick. Why is it so wicked? If this purple is a thing, ideally we like to see a formation here. Okay. Okay. Oh, the 5 is at 586. What are we at now? 590? Okay. Let's see if we might go test the 5. Let's check VWAP. Yeah, we're well below VWAP, so downtrend. I'm gonna erase this. I don't like this here. So let's see if, you know, if it wants to head up, right? We said this, test this, and then break the blue. Remember from pretty much exactly what I said. But if it doesn't want to head up, let's see if we form another purple here, like this. All right, so you see that. Keep that in your mind. Keep that in your mind. The other setup would be something that looks like, excuse me, for the next down, it would be something that forms a shoulder somewhere, a head somewhere, and another shoulder before it heads down, like that. That's the ideal setup. Look at this. So what we did know was that first target would be 590.16. And if you rewind the tape, I already had this plotted. So we're gonna see if it's gonna be break a blue. I would just prefer if this volatility just calms down for a bit. So even if we do break blue, wait for the hesitation or a pullback here, right? Because you got to wait for this. So you kind of want it to do that.
Straight back to the quick switch cars, I'm right back. Left, and he knows that he can't. I didn't go relax. No, when I move way to left, yeah. Shawty won't slide, try to know me. I can never get it too close, me. Cause she heard I got it on me, yeah. Couldn't pull it up like me, shit. Now she tryna load up my phone, shit, I'm in the booth going ghost, nah. Now they heard I got it on me, yeah. Now they hear I got it on me,
So you got to watch out for this 50-50 that's right here. So for some safety, instead of just going on break a blue, wait for the break and retest like that. That'd probably be the best bet.
Try to know me. I can never get it too close, me. Cause she heard I got it on me, yeah. Couldn't pull it up like me, shit. Now she tryna load up my phone, shit, I'm in the booth going ghost, nah. Now they heard I got it on me, yeah. Now they hear I got it on me,
All right, let's see what we got.
yeah. Set a 4x4 for G6 3, this baby shit for me, 100,000, couple M's don't make a G, Pass me in my bag and put that 40 right on my leg, yeah. Know it's how it day, yeah. Shawty, wish you stay. I'm about to cut up 25 for my lane. I told him my son ain't.
Let's see if we can get 592 to form some type of support. If you didn't get in on this flexion point or on the head, on the inverse head that I drew the beginning of the morning, I don't know how long ago, a long time ago. If you didn't get in on this head, just wait for the break and retest.
All the love and back and back the money too. Yeah, when money come pick and move. And we got me spending on my way back. Yeah, since we young as we was dreaming about a Maybach. I'm looking for my 41 days now. She said that she love me, Christy and they love me. This is how she did, yeah she did, yeah. Say she adore me, Christy and they love me. Fuck with me some more.
Do you see why we wait for the break and retest? This is why. Wow, what in tarnation? Look at this. Jeez. That's what I'm telling you, it's gonna be like that today. Amazing. Wow. A full 1 point in this one candle in 1 minute. That's wow. This is exactly what I was worried about. This is exactly what I was talking about. I had a feeling the market's going to be like this today. These huge engulfing candles back and forth, whipping around. This is why I wanted to sit out. Now you see it. Now you see it. Yeah, but in order to take this 50-50, it's a little bit outside the range of what it needed to be. So this technically shouldn't even stop hunt. That's all it is. Stop hunt. Because it should have 50. Yeah, it should have 50-50'd around here. Right where I put it, it should have 50-50'd at this flexion point. If it was gonna go, it should have done it here. But because it went all the way back to 592, that's a stop hunt.
Don't talk like that, don't come right back, they reaching. I forget where the kid came from, but I guess they did amnesia. Hard to tell when I'm making this shit look. Shawty want songs or 10 on my side, and 10 on my side, a Libra. They come around, don't talk like that, don't come right back, they reaching. I told you, today, at least in the morning, they're not going to respect the algos today. And it's not that the computers don't have the algorithm set. It's that the market makers are they're all trying to win. Everyone's trying to win. Everyone's trying to win. But how did I know today was going to be like this? It just time and experience. Time and experience. You'll get there. There's no trading. There's no trade. There's no real trade here, right? We can guess and say, but there's no actual trading here. If you want to go long, if you have to trade today, look for something like this. If you absolutely have to, right? You see that one right there?
Jeez. It's be like that sometimes. This is all this is identifying risk. That's all we did, identify risk. I knew today was going to be risky. If you took a play and you made some money, good on you. But we shouldn't even be worried about anything. We don't want to get pinned between this range, 592 and 590.16. We don't want to get pinned in that range, so I think with proper setup, above 592 for the calls with the proper setup, and same thing for on the put side for 590.16 with the proper setup, below for the puts. Because I'm worried we're just gonna do this for a while. And everything's an engulfing candle, everything's a wick. You would think this is a big momentum candle, then it turns around on you. You can't trade in this. There's no trading here. As I said, you buy a call, let it sit for the whole day, or you straddle. You just straddle all day. You buy two cheap. You buy a call, buy a put, very cheap, and whichever one wins out, you win. Alright, I think the 5 minute has a little more clarity. So let's look at the 5 minute. I think breaking this blue above 592.54 is probably our our best bet. Otherwise, we're just in this blue down. So let's use the 5 minute to guide off of. This is going to be our best bet. We do have significant volume on the put side. This is why I had a hard time making a trading plan today, because it just nothing really made sense. So I didn't want to forecast something. I had to put something, right? So I put up or down. But I didn't have any like real, you know, I tried to use 593.36 for a key level to bounce off of, and I wanted to use 590.85 for a bounce off this key level. But, you know, I just left it. I just figured I'll just explain it in the morning why this is going to be difficult today. Wow. Wow. This volatility is incredible. But we're still in this blue on the 5 minute. So let's guide off the 5 minute. If you have to trade today, if you absolutely have to. And if you notice, look at this wick. Look at this wick right here on this green candle. Exactly where it is. You see my flexion point is exactly on that wick. That's what I'm talking about. You don't go off the drawing, you go off the level that it's at. You can't be any more precise than the flexion point right here and this wick. That's that. Okay, so that played out. Look at this volatility. This is crazy. And I know I'm cautioning you guys and I'm making you think like to not go in on a play, and I'm okay with that because today is going to be At least in the morning, it's going to be like that. But that flexion point was spot on to the penny. Break a purple, made money, but it's hard because one candle, you get filled at the bottom, and then you gotta wait for the retracement, hopefully. Now we're under 590. Now let's see if we build some proper setups over here. What's the setup look like? We want to see deep structure like that. That's what I was saying. We want deep structure today, not just the light stuff where we go in on oh look, it broke the purple. You got to survive a whole bunch of BS. Or your stops are gonna have to be like, look at this, look at, wow, incredible. Okay, if you took this break of purple, you're well inside profit. Well inside profit. Now this flexion point here, this was just me shooting from the hip, so wow. The 5-day is within range. 5 days within range. If you took break of purple, wow. Don't feel FOMO on days like today. Do not feel FOMO. Do not. And then this was definitely a momentum candle. This one right here, definitely momentum candle. Because here's what you got to worry about in days like today, right? Let's say you take this candle right here. You're like, okay, I want to buy a put. Within this one candle, look how much movement there was. So if you got filled here and then it goes back up here, you're stopped out. And then just for the candle to finish here. So if your stop was already, if you already had your stop set and you didn't have it way up here where it should have been, way up at the top, then this one candle alone could have stopped you out. When one candle is a full point, yeah, it's not reasonable. All right, here's what I'm thinking, right? Here's what I'm thinking. Watch this. We want to look for a head right here. We want to look for a shoulder right here, which means our other shoulder, if it wants to head down, should be about somewhere like that. You see it now? So if it wants to head down, continue further, I'd wait for, you know, a pullback, because look at the bigger time frame. Now it's not a pretty head and shoulder, but this is what I got. This is what we got to work with. I'll take the victory on this break of purple right here. even though I'm like warning you guys, you know, trading's gonna be rough today, you know, it'll still a thing. And then if there's any upside, we have our shoulder, our head, and we're gonna the other shoulder around here on break of blue. Blue's not perfect, but it's what we got to work with. Otherwise, we're in a strong downtrend. You don't want to fight the trend. We're not going to be in the uptrend until we get above 592. That's the answer. Okay? Your first clue is making 590 some type of support. So if we do this and we get support around here and then some upward motion, that's your first clue. But we're not going to be in the official uptrend until we get to 592. That's the answer. So if you want to play it safe, that's what it is. Otherwise, we're in a downtrend and we're looking for short entries. You see how it's bounce off key level, bounce off key level. So rejection under key level, rejection under key level. You see how important these key levels are? These aren't just arbitrary lines I just put here. The key levels they have importance, right? Because that's where all the liquidity is. Remember, it's not about my drawings. It's about where the liquidity is. The liquidity is associated with the price, wherever the price is. So don't get hyper focused on little yellow lines you see on the screen. Start to understand that price is what matters. Because the algos are activated once a certain price is hit, which have to, for example, let's say all the calls got stopped out, so they have to sell. They're going to have sell orders. So what's going to happen? A lot of selling is going to happen. Alright, if it wants to recover from here, you're looking for this, this, and this once again. You wanted to see this, right? For the short-term bolt here, you got till all the way up, like right below this key level right here, right below 590 for the bolt. So there should be a little bit of gap between your 50-50 and your call setup. So essentially it's going to be, we're going to build in magenta and then break the blue for the up scenario. But we got a long way to go from here. Look at all this liquidity built up right in here. Between 590.16 and 588, look at all that liquidity built up. That's from yesterday. I'll just clean up the chart just a bit. Now we didn't actually form a purple here. There's no purple that actually formed here, but if it does want to head down from here, look for the shoulder, the head, and then the other shoulder. Look for a dance before it leaves.
I can never get it too close, cause she heard I got it on me. Couldn't pull it up like me. Shit, now she tryna load my phone. Shit, I'm in the booth going ghost. Now they heard I got it on me. Now they hear I got it on me.
Now there should be a dance at this key level.
Try to know me, I can never get it too close, cause she heard I got it on me. Couldn't pull it up like me. Shit, now she tryna load my phone. Shit, I'm in the booth going ghost. Now they heard I got it on me. Now they hear I got it on me.
Okay, the shoulder was right here. That was it. That was the answer. Here was a dance on the purple. Protect your trade. Protect your trade.
Set a 4x4 for G6 3, this baby shit for me. 100,000, couple M's don't make a G. Pass me in my bag and put that 40 right on my leg. Yeah, know it's how it day. Yeah, shawty, what you think? I'm about to cut up 25 for my name. I told him my selling is I move it to the bank. Yeah, and you know they're tryna lay down with the man. Way out on the man. Right now I'm on the man. Say that she love me, Christy and they owe me. This is how she did, yeah she did. Say she adore me, Christy in the origin. Fuck with me some more. Baby, ain't more time for you. All the love them back and back, the money too. Yeah, when money come to stones, I just stick and move. No way, got me spending with my way back. Yeah, since we young, we was dreaming about a Maybach. Now I'm looking for my 41 days now.
Also, on the last play, I gave you this right here. So if you and I told you there's going to be a gap, so you have some room between the 50-50 and the flexion point. So this was a good trade if you took this flexion point here. this was a really good trade if you took this flexion point, because there was a little bit of gap, a little bit of daylight. So once you see this hesitation, this stall, that would have been a good entry point right there. Again, we broke purple. Protect your trade. I suggest just, you know, you see how they're all engulfing each other. Collect your money. If you need to get back in, you could. So this break of purple I won't count because I didn't have any real confidence in this one. This break of purple, that was a solid one. And this one, we know we needed a dance right here, some type of dance before it heads out. So the only thing that makes today difficult trading is just the whipsawing, the engulfing candles in each direction, and the immediate change of direction. That's why it's difficult today. We get a whole bunch of rejection wicks underneath. We know we're going to be dancing at this key level, right? We already knew that was going to happen. So you need to ask yourself at this point, if you're taking calls here, way up here, your stop has to be all the way down here, 588.47. That's like 50% of the damn contract right there. So gotta measure risk to reward. I don't recommend calls until minimum break of this blue. Minimum break of blue is the calls. If you want to be risky and try to call it from here, right, it would be like this. If you want to be risky and play it, that's for you to decide. But you're gonna have to wait for that whole thing to play out, right? Otherwise, you're in a downtrend. Do you really want to fight the trend? You really want to fight this? Wait, look at the pre-market. You really want to fight this trend? That's on you. If you want to scalp a little bit, you know, get to a key level and scalp, that's a strategy too. Now don't forget, this bolt is still valid until about here. Remember, it's still valid till about here. So your best bet for the calls is wait till we get some more upside. Otherwise, you should be looking for put entries. Now we did break this magenta. So let's see if we get above 590.16 and make this some type of support, and then break a blue. But your safety is going to be above 592. That's going to be your safety if you want to play it very safe. And why is that? Because again, we're looking for that. You can see the same pattern on the 5, probably a little bit easier. With the shoulder, the head, the other shoulder, and then break it to the 5 blue. We got VWAP at 591.49. So let's see if we test VWAP, right? Pull back and then break VWAP.
Well, I think that you forgot but what you saw in me. Huddle up, but please don't be the one who got away. Just the woman talking when I come in harmony. Hate the fact that we ain't spoken in some weeks. Blood on hands, but we just rinse it and repeat. Let's speak a language that we both know how to read. See, baby, hold it down, come on, come on, it down, mama. Let me get some money, mama. You gotta save for me, I'm in my way. I'm on my way. Yeah, I learned to cope, I learned to tank, I learned to float, like I learned some things. And taught a nigga how to earn your trust, I'm not concerned with them, I know you hurt some things. Look, I ain't perfect, I'm hurting, babe, that make two of us the way you purchase things. The service level not serving us, I gotta let you in so you interpret things the way I meant, and may I vent. Based off the things you post online, I can't help but think you gotta stay off that. Embrace the fact I won't brace myself for no downfall, know they pray on that. If loving you will make me crazy, girl, then giving up on you will make a psychopath. I'm on my way, I wait out back,
Shawty, is she worried if I might show? Damn, it's hard to care for a side though. Out here with my mans in a night show. Drinking party, yeah, we keep the lights low. I'm in my mind all the way. Ice cold, what a nigga gotta say now. Sipping honey, we be mobbing through the night, oh yeah. Moving like we trapping out of Vando. I need, I need, I need, I need, I need. I need, I need, I need, I need, I need. I need you there for me. Don't you fuck around, I know you hurt by me. I need, I need, I need, I need, I need. Oh, let's go, I got money on me. New city, new bitch, new kid. It's calls finna rain on me. I've been down and out, but a nigga still breathing. Saying my prayers for the check. Straight shooter like I'm walking with a tech. Move deep and I'm pounding on my chest. You know, you know, you know what I want. You know what I need. Ice cold bitch when I'm sipping my tea. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. Feeling myself, feeling my knees. Feel like repercussions ain't gon' ever catch me. Heard what I said and I can't help it. I ain't never gonna rest, never gonna test me, check me. I need, I need, I need, I need, I need. I need, I need, I need, I need, I need. I need you there for me. Don't you fuck around, I know you hurt by me. I need, I need, I need, I need, I need. Okay, yeah, I'm a touchdown in the matrix, yeah. Shawty send me your location, 120 on the freeway, speeding. Big checks, blue pills, I'm beating. Young boy finna do my thing. Get the FBI, put a case on me. Feel like everything gon' cave on me. Shawty, hold on, have faith in me. You don't wanna, oh I gotta, but I gotta. You don't wanna, like you wanna see her every day. She just wants somebody for the night. You call, I'll be on my way. Hard to love me when you got nothing to chase. She just wants somebody for the night. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't need you no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really feel no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really care no more. Shawty wanna use me up. Yeah, yeah. Ay, run it up, I'm mobbing. None of y'all niggas, they poppin'. Yeah, I know you do this often. Ay, I'm running out of options. I'm okay, I'm fine. Ay, I'ma swallow all my pride. Won't be nothing but a side piece. Oh, oh. Catching feelings with my pipe dream. Oh no. Sighting, she be feeling type of ways. I don't need nobody for the day. I just need somebody for the night. Been there and I never been the same. Been there, but I'm not the one to blame. I just need somebody for the night. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't need you no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really feel no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really care no more. Shawty wanna use me up. Yeah, yeah. Run it up, I'm mobbing. None of y'all niggas, they poppin'. Yeah, I know you do this often. Ay, I'm running out of options. I'm okay, I'm fine. Ay, I'ma swallow all my pride. Won't be nothing but a side piece. Oh, oh. Catching feelings with my pipe dream. Oh no. Piece of me, piece of my, took some time. I'm just reaping what I sow, so for sure. Brand new up, that's just for me and my boss. Keep secure, 4x4, G63.
Yeah, today's really difficult to trade. We're getting chopped between each key level. Alright, so if you're still sitting here gambling, break a purple and break a blue. Break a purple for the down, preferably, you know, with deeper, something like that. And then for the up, we're going to look for break a blue. We want to see if we form some type of support at 590.16.
Shawty keep it down, I'ma be right back. I don't switch modes, yeah. Only switch names in sports, that's fact. I ain't pay notice. You know that won't play like me. Something that your money won't reach. Then she gave no love for me. Oh, yeah. You know that won't play like me. Something that your money won't reach. Then she moves so sexually.
If there's any more downside, look for it to build in yellow and then break purple. For the upside, again, we want 590 to form some type of support. For the downside, we want to look for a shoulder, the head, and the other shoulder before it heads out.
Let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. She wanna Louis and a VV. Riding on the CG. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie. All that shit is bleeding me dry. I don't want your piece of the rest. Hold it down for me. These I like bitches all the time. These days I ain't even gon' lie, don't let me down. I've been throwing these hundreds on a dime. Spent 7 on that ring, no wedding vows. All that smoking made me tired. 22's a call it Tyra and Mariah. Talk about my lows and all my highs. Been trying to see the light, this shit is quiet. All the greed and the lust, cause you want a piece of the pie. All that shit is bleeding me dry. I don't want your piece in the rest. Girl, I'm in your CG. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. She wanna Louis and a VV. Riding on the CG. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. Yeah, they ain't never got it with a dog like me. How we got cheddar singing dog right me. Gotta keep it settled, gotta keep it scenes. How they talking money when the money don't speak? Money in his knee, but like it came from the street. Shawty in Vienna, gotta get it with me. Shawty know, gotta know, only know I'm like that. Set, straight back to the crib, switch cars, I'm right back. Left, and he know that he can't. I didn't know he left. No, when I move way to left, yeah. Shawty won't slide, try to know me. I can never get it too close, me. Cause she heard I got it on me, yeah. Couldn't pull it up like me, shit. Now she tryna load up my phone, shit, I'm in the booth going ghost, Now they heard I got it on me, yeah. Now they hear I got it on me, yeah.
Fresh out the scene, bitch, I'm the best out the scene. Bulletproof if you know what I mean. Lately I just been questioning things. Now you wanna stay with me for nights. Baby, I just wanna treat you right. Yeah, I'm thinking late through the night. And baby, you can stay if you like. Ain't no stress in this stretch legs. Baby, know I'm different. Hit my text when you downstairs. You know that I'm different than your ex. Stress less. That's my problem now. You got me thinking about you every time I'm not
Shawty
around.
won't slide, tryna know me. I can never get it too close, me. Cause she heard I got it on me, yeah. Couldn't pull it up like me, shit. Now she tryna load up my phone, shit, I'm in the booth going ghost, Now they heard I got it on me, yeah. Now they hear I got it on me, yeah.
All right, watch out for chop in between here. Again, I'll recap. Somewhere below like this would be ideal for your puts, and the calls still break a blue.
Say she adore me, Christy in the origin. Fuck with me some more. Baby, ain't more time for you. All the love them back and back.
And even if it does break purple right here, you have to measure your risk to reward. If you see the big resistance or big support right here. So if it breaks this purple, you know, is it worth it, your reward, to right here? That's what you gotta ask yourself.
Say she adore me, Christy in the origin. Fuck with me some more.
Don't get caught in this chop. Remember what I'm telling you. Somewhere below 588 or somewhere above 590. But not just because it breaks above, we need to form support. And not just because it breaks below, we need to form resistance.
Benches and BMs now. Life don't make no sense now. Fall back too close. You ain't even know me. Trust my brothers from way back from the north. It's the end of yours. And then like they owe me. Ain't no help. Ain't no time in this season. It's the top of the shelf. It's that stress to get in me. And it's closer to the chest when you fuck is too deep. You don't know my bitch, life don't make no sense, pop up for a minute, I swap on my whip, Benches and BMs, life don't make no sense, fall back too close, you ain't even know me, trust my brothers from way back from the north, it's the end of yours, and they like they owe me. Shorty want signs of 10 on my side and 10 on my side of Libra. Better come round, don't talk like that, don't come right back, they reaching. I forget where the kid came from, but I guess they did amnesia. Hard to tell when I'm making this shit look. Shorty want signs of 10 on my side and 10 on my side of Libra. Better come round, don't talk like that, don't come right back, they reaching. I forget where the kid came from, but I guess they did amnesia. Hard to tell when I'm making this shit look. 15 right to my safe, 15 right to my bank. Long as my circle tight, long as my circle pay. If she gon' make my maze, if she gon' make my maze, I need my Beyonce. Gotta stay tough, gotta stay tough, Then I'ma bug and call, then I'ma bug and call. I'ma put down when it get like that. I'ma hold out to maybe. Even out when I always gon' say, how you been good and good and serving it. Shorty want signs of 10 on my side and 10 on my side of Libra. They come round, don't talk like that, don't come right back, they reaching. I forget where the kid came from, but I guess they did amnesia. Hard to tell when I'm making this shit look. Stacks in the leader, all of us cheat up. 16 fees now, paying my fees up. All of us teed up, we gon' whip down like yeah, you know. Money so loud they heard it, no. Yes, you know we found a way. On my body spill the sun. I don't know, ain't no other way. I'm on way, I'ma go down when it get like that. I'ma hold out to maybe. Even out when I always gon' say, how you been good and good and serving it. Shorty want signs of 10 on my side and 10 on my side of Libra. They come round, don't talk like that, don't come right back, they reaching. I forget where the kid came from, but I guess they did amnesia. Hard to tell when I'm making this shit look. Fuck on my shoulder, life's been gone, Shawty fuck around like no it, Thought on my own, fuck on my shoulder, I'ma be colder, I'ma be colder. Fuck on my shoulder, fuck on my shoulder, life's been gone, Shawty fuck around like no it, Thought on my own, fuck on my shoulder, I'ma be colder, I'ma be colder. On a Jackie, where she go? Throw my bank, but she throwing that back like whoa. Run that shit, I need it.
Looks like there might be a divergence, a bearish divergence. So if it is gonna happen, it should be. This is just tea leaf reading. This isn't anything scientific. 10:55. So we'll see if the bearish divergence takes place around 10:55. Where are we at? We're at 51, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, there's no divergence here. Never mind, there's no divergence here.
Shawty listening to me on repeat. Gotta know by now. What do you get like me? You like me? You like me? You like me? On me, on me. That must be what I need. Couldn't fuck with me, fuck with me, fuck with me. You just couldn't fuck with me. Let them know that, yeah. I'm on when somebody told me, yeah. Can't fold now, yeah. Like I'm in too deep, 10 toes down, yeah. It's hard to tell, but I feel like ain't nobody else there. Gotta know by now. You know, you just know my name, know my name, know my name. Wish they see my face, see my face, see my face. Baby, hold on, come on, come on, it down, I'm on my way. And I'll get some money, I'm on my way. You gotta send for me, I'm in my way. I'm on my way, yeah. I'm out of time, got this weight on me. I'm missing out, so tell me what's it gonna be. I'm holding down like you let it on me. I'm holding down what you need. OMW, I'm my mama, OMJ. Well, I think that you forgot, but what you saw in me. Hard to love, but please don't be the one who got away. Just don't hum it, talking when I come and hum it. Hate the fact that we ain't spoken in some weeks. Blood on hands, but we just rinse it and repeat. Let's speak a language that we both know how to read. See, baby, hold it down, I'm on my way. Come on, it down, I'm on my way. And I'll get some money, I'm on my way. You gotta send for me, I'm in my way. I'm on my way, yeah. I learned to cope, I learned to tank, I learned to float, like I learned some things. And taught a nigga how to earn your trust, I'm not gonna
All right, now if it does break the blue, your safety is going to be waiting for a pullback. If it breaks blue and just shoots up, then that's on you. But if look for a pullback and then a break retest, that's the safety.
Shawty, is she worried if I might show? Damn, it's hard to care for a side though. Out here with my mans in a night show. Drinking party, yeah, we keep the lights low. I'm in my mind all the way. Ice cold, what a nigga gotta say now. Sipping any, we be mobbing through the night, oh yeah. Moving like we trapping out of Vando. I need. I need you here for me. Don't you fuck around, I know you hurt by me. I need. Oh, let's go, I got money on me. New city, new bitch, new kid. It's cars finna rain on me. I've been down and out, but a nigga still breathing. Saying my prayers for the check. Straight shooter like I'm walking with a tech. Move deep and I'm pounding on my chest. You know what I want. You know what I need. Ice cold bitch when I'm sipping my tea. I don't mean it. Feeling myself, feeling my knees. Feel like repercussions ain't gon' ever catch me. Heard what I said and I can't help it. I ain't never gon' rest, never gonna test me, check me. I need. I need you here for me. Don't you fuck around, I know you hurt by me. I need. Shawty send me your location. 120 on the freeway speeding. Big check, blue pills, I'm feeding. Young boy finna do my thing. Get the FBI, put a case on me. Feel like everything gon' cave on me. Shawty, hold on, have faith in me. You don't wanna. Oh, I gotta. But I gotta. You don't wanna. Like you wanna see her every day. She just want somebody for the night. You call, I'll be on my way. Hard to love me when you got nothing to chase. She just want somebody for the night. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't need you no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really feel no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really care no more. Shawty wanna use me up. Yeah, yeah. Run it up, I'm mobbing. None of y'all niggas, they poppin'. Yeah, I know you do this often. I'm running out of options. I'm okay, I'm fine. I'ma swallow all my pride. Won't mean nothing but a side piece.
Alright, if you took break of blue, protect your trade. If you're waiting for the pullback and retracement, nothing wrong with that either.
Sighting, she be feeling type of ways. I don't need nobody for the day. I just need somebody for the night. Been there and I never been the same. Been there but I'm not the one to blame. I just need somebody for the night. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't need you no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really feel no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really care no more. Shawty wanna use me up. Yeah, yeah. Run it up, I'm mobbing. None of y'all niggas, they poppin'. Yeah, I know you do this often. I'm running out of options. I'm okay, I'm fine. I'ma swallow all my pride. Won't be nothing but a side piece. Catching feelings with my pipe dream. Oh no. Piece of me, piece of my. Took some time. I'm just reaping what I sow. So for sure, but no. That's just for me and my boss. Keep secure, 4x4. G6 sleep off on my hands. I'm no friend, I'm no friend. Pay for keys, can't pay for saving me. In the back when the windows tint. Yeah, cause I know tonight. Yeah, they know tonight. Tryna come take from me. And my 40 they date on me. They ain't even thought this far. This ain't never crossed your way. Just like I know. Made room for you. You and me, I forgot. You had no place to trust. Just like you told. Just like we rolled. Now we would barely trust. Now there's no saving us. Piece of me, piece of my. Took some time. I'm just reaping what I saw. So for sure, brand new. That's just for me and my boss. Keep secure, 4x4. G6 flip up on my hands. I'm no friend, I'm no friend. Pay for keys, can't pay for time.
Now don't forget, the reason why we wait for the break, retest, and reject is to protect against stop hunts.
Is it me or no? Is it me or no? Is it me or no? get my mama's new whip, new crib. Tell your shawty listen from the city, from the sticks, and no matter where I throw it.
So if you remembered our lesson from yesterday, this is why you wait for the break, retest, and reject. This is exactly why we wait, because we want to look out for stop hunts. And don't forget, your safety is going to be above 592. Because we needed blue to form some type of support to give us the strength to go up. Let's see if we're gonna have a head, a shoulder. Yeah, we want to see this reject underneath blue again, inside blue. I think I'm just going to adjust this blue to here. Let's see if that lines up. A little bit off. I'll put it here. Alright, we'll go off of this. Don't forget, the uptrend is going to be somewhere up here. That's when the downtrend's broken, when it gets up here. So again, if we break this blue and start forming support on the blue, we need to form some support over here. Your safety is going to be above 592. That's the answer. I'm going to clean up the chart just a bit. I think I can make this yellow make more sense. I think that yellow makes a bit more sense.
Shit for me, 100,000, couple M's don't make a G. Pass me in my my bag and put that 40 right on my link, yeah. Know it's how it day, yeah. Shawty, wish you stay. I'm about to cut up 25 for my lane. I told him my ceiling is a move it to the bank, yeah. And you know they tryna lay down with the man. Way out with the man, right now with the man.
Don't get caught up in any chop. Let's let the cups close, something like this. And the call scenario is still the same, hasn't changed. So you see the put scenario, here's the call scenario. Let me show you. So for your puts, just wait till the cup closes, some retracement, and then you go in on the handle. All right, now let's see if we break purple. Remember, we want to close the cup like that. Okay, I got another few minutes here, and then I'm gonna head off. We knew today was gonna be like this, so we had one good move on this break of purple. That was a good move. I think this break of purple is also good, but I didn't make this call out here. This break of purple is a good move. All the other ones were hard. It's choppy. Today was choppy. So I suggested not trading today. I'll be right back. This is just chop. If you haven't taken any trades, there's nothing wrong with that. There's only one real move we had, which is this break of purple here. But this is just chop. Okay, YouTube, that's my time. Discord, I'll be in there in 1 second.